there's an easy explanation for why Mike and Didi here have become forgotten, underrated, and ultimately, yep, forlorn. Simply put, the short they were going to debut in to protect and serve was canceled. It vanished off the face of the planet. To provide some context, it was early 2015. The Disney Store released a 5-pack with Mike, Didi, that Lightning McQueen, Mater, and I think Sheriff was in there as well, or maybe it was just a 4-pack, but I did a whole video on that. I'll link it in the description below and card section pop up in the top right hand corner. And so we knew it was coming. There was like a little picture release. There were voice actors assigned to both of these new characters. A storyline was brewing. They released a book about it, and then in fall of 2015, Mattel released their versions, although it was just these 3, and I also reviewed them, so I'll link that in the description below and card suggestion pop-up. So we thought by fall of 2015, I mean, this short was imminent. Like, it was on the horizon. It was like coming in the next couple of weeks here. But lo and behold, it never did. And we're still waiting to this day, very sadly. But you know what? I'm just happy we got diecast for like a story. I mean, I'll take what I can get. These are some amazingly unique cards. I can't wait to get into the episode here. So yeah, guys, welcome back to Forlorn Favorites, episode 8. We've made the turning point and we're on to the back half of the season. I'm super pumped, guys. So we're going to dive right in here. So yeah, like I said, 3-pack exclusive to Walmart, a part of the Cars Toon line. So they did a lot of 3-packs, so it wasn't anything like too special. Like I know they released the ambulance from Rescue Squad Mater with Dalmatian Mia and Tia around the same time that these were released. They also had a few other 3-packs, but this was the best one they ever did, simply because it's 3 brand new cars that we never saw before. Now I'm sure Mattel probably intended to release the Mater that appeared from the short and maybe even some other characters that we don't know that they appeared because we didn't see the short, but since the short itself was canceled, Mattel was like, all right, we're going to put a halt on that. But they did get these out, and I'm very grateful that they did. So we're going to start here with Didi, ladies first. So they call her actually Didi05 because that is the number that she's assigned to as a police officer. She's got a nice expression. She's kind of got her lips puckered out there, so that's a little strange. Now, she has very similar models to Rod Torque Redline and Pat Traxon, who we'll compare them to in a couple minutes here, but I just want to give you the heads up. So she does have a couple little side attachments here. I don't know exactly what those are for, but they're there. You also have this thing here, which is probably like a speed pedometer to track, people's speeds and chase them down if they're speeding. You have a Carburetor County badge right there. And to provide, a little story about this, basically Sheriff goes on vacation, who is the main top dog sheriff, obviously, of Radiator Springs. And during that time, these 2 cops come in to take control, or the jurisdiction of Radiator Springs. And they seem to be a little strict. And obviously, Lightning McQueen ends up becoming a student driver again, which is just so ironic and funny. But yeah, that's kind of the gist of it. I never really got the book, but yeah, you guys know what I mean. Sheriff, Carburetor County. I love how they put Sheriff on the sides here just to pound it in, just stress the fact that they're the new sheriff. They're like replacing Sheriff himself. Like, that's his name. So here you have To Protect and Serve written right there, which is of course the name of the short, but a lot of police cars have that actually written on them, just kind of as like a overall universal saying. It's kind of like the motto of any police. And on the top here, they have this nice light bar here. It's a plastic add-on. They also have this visor here with some lights on it. Very nice. Like, there's so many cool attachments here, and that's why I'm really surprised. These were just pretty much basic releases. $15 for a 3-pack back in the day, or it was literally just like 5 years ago. But yeah, you have all these antennas on here, which is just super cool. Super nice to see Mattel really commit to these cars and make them stand out. So she's got some more attachments here on the back. Again, I don't know what they are for, so if you guys know anything more about police officers and police cars, please let me know in the comment section below. You have Didi written on the back there and 05, so Didi as in D-I-D-I, that was her actual name. They just call her Didi here, like double D. And then you have County, and then CCDD05, so Carburetor County, and then her name, and then the number. And you see that again right there. You got the exhaust pipes, and there's the base if you're interested. Quite a lot of stuff going on there if you ask me. But yeah, these antennas do move a little bit. They're like a rubbery plastic, but be careful, you don't want to snap them off. And also she's got these lights here and here. Very cool. I don't think I've ever seen a car with that many like little attachments and extra pieces ever. So I have to applaud Mattel for doing this. Now Mike here is pretty much the exact same with everything, but he also has this push bar, which is kind of symbolic of a mustache. So I really do like that. It just looks so cool and realistic. You know, you also have like the silver, whatever reflectors down there. So that's awesome. Mike has a really cool expression. In my opinion, it's much better than Didi's. He just looks so intense and focused. And also he's got these intakes, both of them do. And I will compare him to Rod Torque Redline, because Rod Torque Redline also has that intake. The rims are also pretty blacked out, which is reminiscent of most police cars that I see. So he is 07M for Mike. And yeah, he's got all the same decals, just obviously inverted colors. Blue as the primary color and white secondary, versus Didi being the other way around. And then his license plate is CC Mike 07. I like how they actually spelled his name out there. And yeah, you have M there, 07. And here's the base. Super cool, super cool. I love this guy. Definitely they don't get as much attention as they deserve though. And by the way, I did have to review them in the same video because they are practically the same. Like you can't have one without the other. It's like reviewing Rusty and Dusty separately. You just can't do it. And yeah, not including McQueen in this one though, but I will show him. He is pretty neat. But if you want to take a closer look at him, definitely check out my review from 5 years ago. I wonder if this video will come out. This video will come out pretty close to the exact 5-year anniversary of that video. It probably will be a little later. Again, just to reiterate, I'm pre-recording all these videos before I leave for school on August 9th. So this video probably won't come out until like October. And I know the video that I did on these in 2015 was like September 22nd, because I literally just looked it up to make sure I had the release date. I remember I was so happy when I found this. Actually, my mom went out to Walmart for me while I was in school, you know, getting groceries or whatever. And she always used to send me pictures of the stock. And, you know, usually she knows, like at this point in my life, like my mom and I like hunted all the time. So she knew exactly what I needed and what I wanted. And so she would take a picture, and sometimes I try and reply quickly, but obviously I'm in school, so can't really do that. But she would, you know, buy it if she knew I needed it. And so she sent me this picture and she said like, oh, nothing here. And I see the 3-pack in the corner of the picture. I'm like, what the heck are you talking about? I need that 3-pack right there. So when I got home, I got in the car and we like raced back up to Walmart. It was so funny. And thankfully I was able to pick it up. I think I might have even gotten 2. So I probably have 1 stowed away somewhere. But yeah, it was a pretty difficult to find 3-pack after that though. So yeah, now comparing them to Rod Torque Redline here. They are different models. They're a little bit bulkier than Rod. They're taller and just overall thicker, but they are pretty much the same. You know, you can see with the intake there and the headlights and all that stuff. And with the taillights as well, they're shaped in the same way. You have the exhaust pipes in the same layout and configuration. And it's funny because Rod was an early episode of Forlorn Favorites, so it's nice to actually kind of come full circle with him here. And also, we have Pat Traxon. Now, Pat is a completely different model as well, so it's actually 3 different models we have going here, but they all are pretty much based on the same idea. So yeah, he's got the intake too. He's got very similar grills, or a very similar grill. He also is a kind of police/pace car because he's got the light bar and the antenna. So the antennas are exactly the same. So that's cool. Sheriff should have some antennas, but nope, he does not. They have the same rims. If you look in the back, they also have similar taillights. Now Pat's exhaust pipes are kind of tucked underneath him and they're attached to the body, or the base, instead of being separate pieces. So yeah, those are the muscle cars, the modern day Dodge Challenger Ford Mustang hybrid muscle car in the Disney Cars line. And I also have a few other police cars just to show for laughs and giggles. We got Marlin Clutches McKay, from the Piston Cup. More like a security guard instead of a police car, but he has the resemblance of one. A Rescue Squad Trooper here, so this guy's pretty much a police car from Rescue Squad Mater. And you have Axle Accelerator, who's a highway police car. And another very forlorn car, in my opinion. I was thinking about doing a review of him in this series, but sadly, I don't think he's going to make the cut. But he is a super cool car, in my opinion. He does deserve some more attention. And last but not least is Patoka from Tokyo Mater, another very underrated car. He did get released a few times though, and so did the Axle Accelerator, but Axle hasn't received a release in so long. He definitely deserves one. I think they released him in like 2007, 8. No. It was like 2008, 2009, and then he got a color changers and lenticular release in 2010, and then he was just done. Like, he's like, I'm gonna head out. I'm done. But yeah, guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Of course, the Disney store did these as well, and they look, they look all right. The expression on Didi kind of scares me, though. I'm not a big fan of that, but the mics look pretty solid together. Obviously, I prefer Mattel just because they did a little bit better job with the details, but the Disney store does have a few things like radial dispatch, Lightyear tire on the tires. And yeah, that is pretty much the only difference between them. And then you have Mater with his wrap, or like the caution do not cross tape, which is so cool. I would have loved to see Mattel's take on this. Four Wheel Drive 7 did do a custom of it a long time ago, but unfortunately he never sold them. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you guys soon for another episode of Forlorn Favorites. It'll be in a week for episode 9. We're actually coming close to the end, which is kind of sad, but still got a few more to go. Bye now.